This is Body-Culinary, and here in the food prep area, and it's raining really, really hard here. And just wanted to share, first of all, every day is Thanksgiving, right? So as the holidays are approaching, people are scrambling to, with the shopping list and to buy pies and, all this other stuff. And people sometimes really get into a big tiff around food. And, for many people, it's the day off. We really want to honor the indigenous people of the land, many of whom were slaughtered. So really just want to acknowledge indigenous peoples of the earth, who are wiped out. That's one thing. At the same time, there's a lot for us to give thanks for. Hopefully we're giving thanks every day. And for those people that are wanting to eat better, quite often it's around the holiday time that many people can easily put on between 5, 10, sometimes even 12, 15 pounds of bloat and sometimes even fat with all the gorging on food. And although I'm a big eater and I really I enjoy eating immensely, I like to say I come from a background of 2 different flavor pig feet, the West Indian side and the Southern side. So I really have like a flavor profile where I love flavor and I love to eat. However, I am very, very aware of the cost of gluttony and overloading my system with a lot of things that are masquerading as foods, or that are masquerading as foods that are substances that just are dyes and chemicals. And I'm not really willing to pay the cost. I'm aware of the mastectomies and the amputations and the insulin injections and the obesity that is prevalent in my family. I'm very clear and present to it. So by any means have I arrived? No. This has been a long journey. I would say of at least about almost 30 years on a health journey, and 2 different stints as a vegetarian and a vegan. First, graduating from high school when I first left my neighborhood and got exposed to all different kinds of things in the village in New York City. Seeing falafels and all kinds of veggie burgers and stuff for the first time. And then fortunately my son's dad was really into health, and he still is to this day. He had a nice barometer for health. We juiced, we had our son at home and all that good stuff. And then the second stint, I would say living through this for over 10 years. And I have to say, that I really, really enjoy my food. It's affordable. I would say it costs a lot less now to maintain the way that I eat than I did before as a junk food vegetarian, right? And I just want to acknowledge that is a step for many, many people. I basically traded all my chips and burgers and things for things that were non-meat from the health food store. I would definitely say, though, in today's day and time where everything is exploited, from the agaves and the stevia or the acai berry, every time an indigenous food is found, it's usually often exploited and the price is jacked up. Here in Central America, it's easy to find things like cacao, which they use for chocolate, chia seeds, and flax seeds. That stuff grows easily here, so the cost is less. So it really gives you another perspective on local foods. So that stuff is really sky high in the States, but certain things that are local cost less here. So you get another perspective on the foods that are local and less expensive. But definitely I want to say that you can really take advantage of the experience and make use of the experience of others. So it doesn't necessarily have to take you 30 years. And although removing the flesh in the animal foods is big because not just because of taste, but because of the arteries clogging cholesterol, because they're hard to digest. They don't contain any water or fiber in them. They dry the body out and they're very hard to digest, and they stay pocketed and congesting and clog up, our pipe system. And so the body has to find a way to deal with all that stuff years and years, and sometimes several times a day, of clogging the body with these heavy proteins. And most of us, especially from the bodybuilding industry, have this thing on this mad craze to get so much protein, but we're not in any danger of a protein deficiency, especially if you have legumes and a bunch of greens and a variety of foods in your repertoire. You can get an abundance of nutrients. So you can really make use of the life experience of others. So it doesn't have to take you 10, 20, 30 years to make the food taste good, to make it sustainable and doable, and to learn how to manipulate the textures and the flavors of the food. Because if you learn how to manipulate the textures and the flavors, that will save you a lot of money from having to buy so much processed food. So the most of the processing you want to do is in your house, maybe with your own NutriBullet or your blender, or, you know, if you use a dehydrator, which is optional, or dryer, or if you sun dry, you know, outside. In the north, I know it's not enough sun to do that, but you have so many different options to manipulate the textures and the flavors of the food, because the textures, if you like creamy, if you like crunchy, if you like wraps and things to replace the bread, those are things that can really make the difference with you having an enjoyable experience. Fortunately, that's one of the things that I love to do. I just love experimenting with foods and fresh ground spices so you can taste the difference. I love taste testing all day, and I enjoy feeding people just like my grandma would. So every day is Thanksgiving, right, to the Body Temple, and we want to give thanks and appreciation for the food that's growing. And I do want to remind you, there's a 30-day challenge, day 20 or 21 today. There's a jump into fitness and gardening challenge. So if you're a beginning gardener, you can take advantage of sharing whatever it is you're growing, whether they be basil or cilantro or tarragon, or fresh herbs, which taste absolutely delicious. Or if you're growing sprouts, or if you have vegetables growing in pots, or if you have grow lights, share what it is that you're doing, because when you have support, that makes it a lot more fun, it makes it a lot more interesting, and you get a lot more information. So I love to share information with folks. I have plenty of videos on the Body-Culinary YouTube channel, and Food Shopping Home, the Puppet Series, Sister Butterfly, Sister Monkey Learn to Eat Better. And definitely going to be touching on during this holiday season, and you know, that's really for me all year round, is learning how to manipulate the textures and the flavors of food, right? So that you don't feel like you're deprived with just a big bowl of greens, but you don't feel satiated. Or if you have, you know, folks with big appetites, you have men in your house, you have sons and husbands and mates, or just people with big appetites, or athletes, you know, learning how to manipulate the different flavors and the textures in a way that's inexpensive and it's not processed with a whole lot of chemicals that you don't recognize. So every day is Thanksgiving. Take part in the Jump into Fitness 30-day jump rope and beginning gardening challenge, and look out for the different new videos that will be coming up on flavors and textures and foods. And let me know if you have any questions. Also, on the website, there's several things you can take advantage of. Anyone that's dealing with acne, because I used to have bad acne, and it did clear up, not with even products in the health food store, but with the living foods that I eat. First of all, I'm eating it primarily because what goes in has to come out. And then also the same living foods that I'm eating is what I'm putting on my crown and then on my skin, right? So that has saved me a truckload of money, because the products in the health food store can be very, very expensive. And this whole living foods in the hood, part 1, with menus to fit your budget. So it's not merely recipes, but there are different shopping lists in there: $5, $10, $30, a bulk shop if you go to the wholesaler for $200, and then there's a list of sample menus of what you can prepare from the things that you have shopped for. So if you're shopping in bulk, which I've always recommended folks do, go to the wholesaler and maybe split cases of food 2 or 3 ways and carpool together, it will save you a lot of money on shopping. And then you will have to be creative, like our grandmothers were, with creating as many recipes as you can from the ingredients that are there in your food prep area. So you can check out Whole Living Foods in the Hood, Part 1, with menus to fit your budget, as well as Natural Beauty, No Products, Love Your Own Hair and Skin, Cruelty-Free and Vegan, that are on the Body-Culinary website, which you can download. There's also a transition chart that's available there. So let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing you soon on the next video and participate in the challenge. It's a wonderful way to set the tone for your day. You get nice and hot and sweaty, and you don't even have to leave the house. All right, create a great day.